there for the next 45 minutes, so I got to wrangle you in.
Would be possible, what in the world is that?
All right, seeing as how it's after 10 o'clock, we'll call this meeting to order. Roll call. All members are present. And Mr. Blau sitting in for Commissioner Jason Lowe. Notice that the meeting was properly posted June 17, 2025. Pledge of Allegiance. Madam Clerk, Mrs. Marissa Treat, is going to lead us in our pledge.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Item number 1 is approval of minutes from May 30th. Is there a motion? Like a herd of turtles.
Unless there's any changes, move approval, please.
I apologize to interrupt. It's for May 30th and June 12th.
Oh, I missed June 12th. Sorry. Thank you. Does your motion still stand for?
Sure.
Okay. There's a motion. Is there a second?
Second.
And a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Thank you. Items 3 through 27 are consent. Is there any individual consideration? If not, is there a motion to approve items 3 through 27?
So moved.
Second.
There's a motion and a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. Items 28 through 31 are reoccurring agenda items. Item number 28, this monthly financial report. Ma'am, floor is yours.
Good morning. Good morning. Going to take a snapshot of May's activity. On the first page, we're going to look at the general fund budget. The reserve balance as of May 31st was $8,357,187. As we know, we had a special budget board on the June 12th, so those that balance has already been reduced. For today's agenda, there's no pending reserve transfers. So I'm going to skip on over to the general fund budget analysis. I believe that's page 4 on your side. This will show you your general fund cash balance as of the end of May at $40,589,422. Going to skip over the general fund actual comparison. This will show you current year versus this time last year. Revenue has increased by $8.2 million. That is about 25.5%. If you wanted to look at it, a percentage and not just a dollar. Employee benefits fund, on to the next. Employee benefits cash balance as of the end of May is $1.4 million.
What page is that?
Yeah, I show 6 on my side. 8. Are you on 8? Thank you. Sorry about that. Oh, cause y'all have pictures. I don't.
It says 6 on the bottom right.
Yeah, it's on 6.
Okay, yours is 6 as well. Okay. And that's the employee benefits fund. That will be the second column, the year-to-date actuals at the $1.4 million. John will cover the medical claims, medical and prescription comparison here in just a little bit in his presentation. But if we skip over to page 8, the employee benefits fund prior year comparison, we are also doing really well on our revenue. They also have a $2.8 million increase in revenue for the fiscal year compared to last year. That is about an 8.2 increase in revenue. Going to jump over to the capital projects. The total unallocated capital funds as of the end of May is $509,727. Engineering does have a request today on the agenda to add a line item to the capital projects for their Alley Guard shack project, and they will be pulling about $27,000 out of that the unallocated capital fund, and that will be it for me and my presentation. Do you all have any questions, comments, or concerns?
Any questions?
Thank you.
Seeing no questions. No. Is there a motion to accept the report?
So moved.
Second.
There's a motion and a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Cody, you want to come on down while this? Commissioner Mon, if you'll mash your button. Thank you, sir.
All right, you guys have an updated watch list at your desk. It's a little different than the one that's attached. The difference is the one that's attached has 3 items on it that were actually approved at your previous meeting. So on this particular one, there's no changes other than those 3 approvals from your June 12th meeting.
You do also have the updated copy printed out in front of you and on the screen.
Yeah. Is there a motion to receive the amended document in front of you?
Motion to receive.
There's a motion. Is there a second?
Second.
And a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. Any questions? Seeing none, thank you for the report. Item 31. Larry Stein.
Yes.
I see we have guest, Mr. Chris Sherman, and C, Mr. Couch.
Yes. Chris, we've briefly visited about this, and I know that everywhere I go, questions about the jail are prominent. And we've asked the folks from the trust to come over and give a little update about what's going on and what improvements are being made and answer any questions that might be coming up. And appreciate you being here. Thank you very much.
Absolutely happy to be here. Has everybody had a chance to review the documents that were submitted? I didn't know if anybody had any questions about, from a finance standpoint right now, about what we submitted or where we are. Kind of keep you updated on our budget process. We're working on our budget, but we do not currently have an agreement with Oklahoma City Police Department for the next fiscal year. So until we get that in place, we can't finish our budget because they are the majority of our intake. So they're the majority of our income when it comes from municipalities. So I know that CEO Timmons has been working on that. I don't know where they are in the negotiations on that process. So I apologize for not having a better update than that, but that's where we are in our budget right now. Oklahoma City right now is up to date for this fiscal year. So they paid for the previous fiscal year and they are up to date on their payments for this fiscal year. Any questions about the budget portion of that?
How many inmates do they provide to our jail?
I'm sorry?
How many inmates does Oklahoma City provide to our jail every year? And is there $1 per inmate that's calculated?
Greg says they're about 60%. Okay. And one of the issues, we've had is that, we don't believe that the Oklahoma County Detention Center is a volume business. That's not what we're there for. And Oklahoma City seems to want to get a break for bringing us so many people, which we don't give breaks to any other municipality. So we don't feel like that we should negotiate on a rate that has been set by MGT studies that on a yearly basis. I mean, because that number goes down. Last year, it was $211 for the first day, and now it's gone down to $197. So those studies vary from year to year. So if rates go down or things go down, that is taken into account.
And then it subsequently trickles off. By day 3, it's pretty
60,
low.
It's $66 a day. So, and then just another drawback we have is, of course, the state Department of Corrections, when they're in our facility, only pays $32 a day. So they don't get anywhere close to what our daily rate is. So when we have people from Department of Corrections who are in our facility for an extended period of time, the county's taking a loss on that. So just to give you an update on some of the improvements, is it 2D? Yeah, in Pod 2, David, we have taken main part of the cell door out and replaced it with an unbreakable, supposed to be unbreakable glass. But we're doing that to set up a MAT program. And in order to do a MAT or an MOUD program, you have to have a clear line of sight to the resident or inmate at all times. So the way that the facility was set up with the doors, that wasn't possible. So we've cut those doors down and we put glass in there so that we can start, we're trying to start in implementing MAT and MOUD program.
And that's medically assisted treatment. And what's the MOUD?
It's, I had to look it up, medications for opiate use disorder. So
Okay.
those that are identified with a severe opiate
So it's
disorder,
another acronym for medically assisted treatment.
they're prescribed Suboxone and things like that to make sure that they're, healthy while they're in the facility. And hopefully the idea is to get them off the opiates as they're within the facility.
Mr. Stein, this is your item.
Yes, I don't know if we need to approve anything, but I sure appreciate you being over and providing the information to us regarding the operation of the jail and the improvements you're making all the time. It's important for us to know about those things and appreciate you being here. Thank you.
Absolutely.
Any questions? Anyone? Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Item number 30, I skipped over Mr. Wilkerson.
Good morning. This report details our medical and prescription claims and reimbursements through today. Actually, claims were paid on the BOCC agenda. So we're about through with this fiscal year. Medical is doing very well medical claims compared to last fiscal year. We're down 34,000 compared to the same time last fiscal year, which is a very positive. Usually medical claims go up every year. So we're seeing a really good trend that way. Now, prescription claims, we're about $1 million over where we were last fiscal year, and that's easily explained. If you look on my report, we've actually paid a month more of prescription claims, a whole month compared to last fiscal year, so we're way ahead than where we were last fiscal year paying claims. Overall, medical and prescriptions up about 3%. We budgeted about 5%, so we're doing well in those two categories. The bottom report compares reimbursements that we've received year to date versus what was budgeted. So stop loss reimbursements, those go up and down, but we're 44,000 less than last fiscal year. Refunds a little over what was budgeted. Now, prescription rebates way over. We're receiving way more money than we budgeted for, which is very positive, over $1 million. But overall, if you net out those things, we're about 66,000 over if you take those reimbursements out of our medical and prescription claims. So overall, plan's doing very well.
Any questions? Do we have any outstanding stop loss?
Some very small ones. So
Okay.
we'll know today. That check register comes in today. Year to date, we've received about 14,000 stop loss reimbursements, and this is our last check register for the year that we'll receive for stop loss claims. So we'll know today if we're going to get any more.
Perfect, appreciate it. Any questions? Seeing none, thank you for the report.
Thank you.
Departmental items number 32. This is my item. Similar, if you've been watching BOCC, we needed to adopt some rules. I'm sure at some point in the history of Oklahoma County there were rules adopted, but we cannot find them. So this is just to adopt some standard parliamentary procedures for the budget board. Any questions?
Just one.
Yeah.
Is there anything wrong with how we're doing it now?
There's just nothing that has ever been memorialized.
Okay.
And if we need to call upon legal and make a legal ruling, we don't have anything for them to draw upon, if that makes sense. There's not any official rules.
Motion to approve.
There's motion. Is there a second?
Second.
And a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. Item number 33. Madam
This-
Clerk.
Thank you. It's just a quick update. I know I've met with almost every office here multiple times to talk about the ACFR. We have 6 EY employees here this week with us in one of our conference rooms working to finalize our report. We will have it done and submitted on Tuesday morning of the 24th. So we're excited to meet the draft deadline, but our team is working very hard of course, the EY team, but obviously our finance team, and a few others that don't normally work in finance, but have jumped in to just do some final proofing and making sure we have everything in order so that we can submit our draft on time. So thank you for your partnership. That's all.
Any questions? Seeing none, thank you for the report. Item 34. Ma'am, this is yours as well.
Yes, this is just a typical end of the year transfer between buckets within my budget.
Move approval.
There's a motion to approve. Is there a second?
Second.
And a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye, thank you. Item number 35, this is emergency management, also appears to be a transfer from M&O to travel, not to exceed $1,900. Any questions?
Move approval.
There's a motion to approve. Is there a second? And a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Item 36.
Transfer as well, sir. Benefits to salary.
Thank you, sir. Would you like to make the motion?
Motion, please.
There's a motion and a second for approval. All those in favor?
Aye.
Thank you, sir. Item number 37 is the shack repair that you previously heard BET discuss. Are there any questions? Seeing none, is there a
Yeah, I do
motion
have
to
a
approve?
question. What are we
Okay.
repairing?
What doesn't need repair around here, one, but out there, there's several items.
Maintenance says your gate to get in the alley, to get into your parking doesn't work some days. And he's,
I can confirm that.
he has done all he can for it, and he needs some new parts and some new wiring. So it's mostly with the actual gate more than the guard shack, but we had to name it something, so we. And there will be.
Have you thought of naming it Gate?
Too easy.
Yeah, that's too easy.
Too easy.
So there's money coming from unallocated funds to fund this, and then we will actually close out some projects. County manager's working on that right now to put new monies in the unallocated from a few projects that are actually finished.
On behalf of
item.
There's a
Second.
motion to approve and a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Now, if we could just get the transponders to work. All right, item 38 is the transfer of that.
Move it.
Yes, there's a
Second.
motion to approve and a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. Item number 39 is our renewal agreement with UMR. This is standard, correct?
Standard, just a
No
couple
increase.
details. Yeah, there's some increases and decreases. So the
Okay.
good news is admin, there's two parts to their contract, admin fees and then stop loss for a health plan. So on the admin fees, those are going up about 10,000 a year, but I've negotiated with stop loss to reduce stop loss by 190,000 in this next fiscal year since we had such a low claim year in stop loss. So it's really a decrease of 190,000. That's going to help with the next item.
Motion approved.
Second.
There's a motion and a second to approve. All those in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. Item number 40.
Sure, 40 is for our retirees and their spouses, 65 and older. If you remember, 2 years ago, we put them on a group Medicare Advantage plan where the federal government's really absorbing a lot of our cost. 2 years ago, we paid $3.6 million for their expenses. This year, we paid 1.6 through Blue Cross Blue Shield. It's going up to 1.8, so an increase of about 200,000, but still way less than we were paying 2 years ago. If you've seen the news, those group Advantage plans, the federal government's really losing a lot of money on those because our expenses are way higher than what we're paying. So we're really lucky just to get that 16% increase. Some groups got a 400% increase this renewal. So overall, we're still spending way less money than we did 2 years ago, and our retirees are getting a better benefit.
Motion to approve.
Second.
There's a motion and a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Thank you, sir. Item number 41. This is also a renewal with Premise.
Correct. That was our first employer health clinic. Now we have many options for employees, but they're a Medicare-based fee schedule. It's going up 5%. It's about 140% of Medicare, which is still lower than regular network providers. So,
Motion to approve.
Second. There's a motion and a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Item number 42 is for our vision.
no changes to this.
Is there a motion to approve?
Motion to approve.
There's a motion, and is there a second? And a second. All those in favor? Aye. Thank you.
It said 43,
Yeah.
but you're
Yeah.
on 42.
Need to change that.
Item number 42 is Division Service Plan. Yeah, there we go. Item number 43
Sure, this is
is the Surgery Center Agreement.
correct. This is one of our biggest cost-saving mechanisms on our health plan. Again, as a reminder, their prices are way lower than our local hospitals, and the advantage to us too is our members don't pay any co-pays for their services.
There's a motion. Is there a second? And a second. All those in favor? Aye. Number 44 is an item for YMCA gym memberships.
And there's no changes to this agreement.
Motion to approve.
There's a motion. And a second. All those in favor? Aye.
Thank you.
Thank you. This brings us to comments or citizen participation. Do I have anybody signed up? See nobody. Board comments. Sheriff, welcome back.
Thank you. No comment.
Go Thunder.
Commissioner Lowe is attending Judge Timmons swearing in this morning. That's why he is not with us.
None.
The two of you? Neither one of you?
Nope.
And no Commissioner Monk. Okay, yeah.
Motion to adjourn.
There's a motion to adjourn. Say no objection. That'll be the order. We stand adjourned. You're up.